Dear viewers, today I am going to discuss on cytokines. Our immune system is composed of a large number of different cells, organs and soluble molecules. And the complex interaction among these cells, organs is mediated by a group of proteins called cytokines. Cytokines are low molecular weight proteins which are secreted from white blood cells and also from a variety of other immune cells. And these cytokine molecules help in the cell-to-cell communication. And so far, almost 100 cytokine molecules have been discovered. But initially, cytokines were discovered in mid-1960s. And it was found that the supernatant collected from the in vitro cultures of lymphocytes contain some factors which have effect on immune cell growth. And Alec Isaac and Jean Lindenman, they discovered the first cytokine, that is cytokine alpha, in 1957. Now cytokines share many common features with growth factors and hormones. All these three molecules are soluble factors that elicit their biological action by binding to the specific receptor present on a target cell, and they are required at picomolar concentrations. Growth factors produced constitutively, but hormones and cytokines, they are induced in the presence of stimuli. And hormones, they act over a wide range, whereas growth factors and cytokines, they work on a short range. And hormones are produced from specialized glands and they act on specialized cells, whereas cytokines are produced from more than one type of different cells and they have action on many different immune system cells. Now cytokines act by binding to its receptor present on a specific target cell. Now this binding can be in autocrine fashion, that means a cytokine released from a producer cell can bind to the receptor present on that cell. That means it can act in an autocrine fashion. Or cytokines released from the producer cell can bind to the receptors present on the nearby cells, or it can show paracrine action. Or cytokines secreted from a producer cell can move through the circulation and can bind to receptors present on a target cell at a distance. That means it can act as in an endocrine fashion. Cytokines also show pleiotropy, redundancy, synergism and antagonism. Now when a particular cytokine has different biological functions on different target cells, it is called to have pleiotropic action. When two or more cytokines act on a target cell and the biological effect is same, it is called redundancy. And when two cytokines act together and the combined effect of those two cytokines is greater compared to the additive effect of the individual cytokine, it is called synergy. And sometimes it has been found that one cytokine can inhibit the action of other cytokine. It is called that means it shows antagonism or antagonistic action. Now as I told you, so far more than 100 different cytokines have been discovered, and depending on the structure they can be divided into 4 groups, like the hematopoietin family, the interferon family, the chemokine family and the tumor necrosis factor family. Now the members belong to the group, to the family, hematopoietin family. They are responsible for hematopoiesis. That means they are responsible for blood cell generation in bone marrow. And some of them are called interleukins because they are secreted from lymphocytes and they work on other lymphocytes. The members of the family interferon are so called because they interfere with the viral replication within the host cell. And the members of the chemokine family induce chemotaxis in some immune system cells. That is why they are called chemokine family. And the members of the tumor necrosis superfamily, they induce induce the signaling which results in cell survival, cell death, cell proliferation. Now in response to a particular stimulus, a cytokine producer cell secretes cytokines, and these cytokines bind to the specific receptors present on the target cell, and the signal is transduced to the nucleus. Now gene alteration occurs or gene expression occurs, and ultimately that cell starts division and biological effects are seen. Now among the main cytokine producers, two cells are very important, macrophages and T helper cells. Macrophages are called antigen presenting cells because they bind to an antigen, they engulf it, they process it, and they present part of that antigen on their surface via a protein called class II MHC molecule. And T cells, with the help of the receptor present on their surface called T cell receptor, recognizes this class II MHC molecule and fragmented part of the antigen. Now after this binding, both the cells, the macrophage and the TH cell, both the cells get activated and they secrete a number of different cytokines, and all these cytokines have effect on other immune system cells. And cytokines are required for cellular cell mediated immunity, humoral immunity, and they have role in hematopoiesis, that means in blood cell generation in bone marrow. From hematopoietic stem cell, all different blood cells are generated, and this generation of different blood cells is dependent on the specific cytokines secreted by the precursor cells. Cytokines are required for wound healing. Wound healing requires a number of interleukins, also TGF beta, that is transforming growth factor beta, and all these are secreted from activated macrophages and other immune system cells. Cytokines are very important for inflammation. There are many cytokines which are called pro-inflammatory, and there are some cytokines which are called anti-inflammatory, and the balance between these pro-inflammatory and anti-inflammatory cytokines actually maintain the intensity and duration of an inflammation. And apart from this, cytokines have many other different biological functions. Now I will tell you about two very important cytokines, interleukin 2 and interleukin 4. Interleukin 2 is secreted from activated T helper cell, and it activates B cell differentiation, T cell differentiation, natural killer cell activation. So it has effect on many different immune system cells. And interleukin 2 secreted from a TH cell again binds to the receptor, a specific receptor, interleukin 2 receptor present on that T cell, and activates the proliferation of that T cell. Now interleukin 4 is also very important. It activates the naive T lymphocyte to be differentiated into Th2 subtype. Also it activates B cells, and IL-4, interleukin 4 has role in wound healing. In presence of interleukin 4, macrophages differentiate into M2 subtype, and M2 subtype release a number of enzymes, TGF beta, that is cytokine, and these molecules actually help in the wound healing. Now cytokine receptors are very important since cytokines mediate their action by binding to the specific receptor, and all the cytokine receptors can be divided into 5 different groups like immunoglobulin superfamily receptor, class 1 cytokine receptor family or hematopoietin receptor family, class 2 cytokine receptor family or interferon receptor family, TNF receptor family, tumor necrosis factor receptor family, and chemokine receptor family. Now several proteins have been found which act as cytokine antagonist. That means they inhibit the action of cytokines. How? Either they can bind directly to the receptor but they fail to activate the target cell, or they can bind to the cytokine and stop it from binding to its receptor. And these cytokine receptors are found in blood, also in extracellular fluid, and they are generated by enzymatic cleavage of the outer domain of the cytokine receptor. And many viruses have been found to carry cytokine antagonists, like pox viruses have been found to encode two proteins. One binds to TNF alpha, one binds to IL-1 cytokine, interleukin 1 cytokine. Since TNF alpha and interleukin 1, they are responsible for mediating inflammation, and the inflammation results in removal of the pox virus. By secreting these two binding proteins, pox virus is escaped from the immune system. Similarly, Epstein-Barr virus, they have been found to encode a protein which looks like IL-10. IL-10 is an important cytokine. Now, the IL-10 like molecule secreted from the Epstein-Barr virus, it binds to the receptor of IL-10 and then it stops the inflammation. Thus, some viruses escape from the immune system mediated killing. Now, depending on the cytokines present in its environment, an activated T cell or naive T lymphocyte can be differentiated either into Th1 subtype or into Th2 subtype. There are two subtypes of T helper cell. Now, Th1 subtype, differentiation into Th1 subtype needs the cytokine IL-12, interleukin 12, and differentiation into Th2 subtype requires IL-4. Now, once differentiated into Th1, it secretes IL-2, TNF beta, and Th2 secretes IL-4, 5, 10, 13. And they have different actions like Th1 subtype T helper cells, they are required for cell mediated immune response. They are responsible for delayed type hypersensitivity, also for macrophage activation, complement activation, whereas Th2 subtype is responsible for mediating humoral immune response and also for eosinophil activation, which acts in case of parasitic infection. Now, the cytokine secreted from one subtype activates the proliferation of that subtype, and at the same time they inhibit the proliferation of the other subtype. Now, several diseases have been found to be related with excess production of cytokine, like bacterial septic shock. This condition is generated after 4 to 5 hours after an infection by gram-negative bacteria like E. coli, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Klebsiella pneumoniae, etc. And the causative agent is the cell wall of the gram-negative organism. Cell wall of gram-negative microorganisms sometimes carry some toxins which are called endotoxins. These endotoxins activate macrophages. Now, the activated macrophages secrete overproduce IL-1, TNF alpha like cytokines, and these cytokines then cause these septic like symptoms that which results in drop in blood pressure, high fever, blood clotting, etc., and the condition may be fatal. Similarly, bacterial toxic shock is also generated by the presence of superantigen. Superantigens simultaneously can bind to class 2 MHC molecule and T cell receptor, and they activate both the antigen presenting cell and the T cell. Now, this activated macrophage and T cell will secrete a number of cytokines, and that will lead to the shock-like symptoms like bacterial septic shock. And a number of organisms like Streptococcus pyogenes, they can induce this type of shock. Now, overproduction of cytokines have been found to be related with various types of cancer also. And a particular situation has been observed where overproduction of cytokine leads to a situation called cytokine storm or hypercytokinemia. In this condition, a large number of more than 150 different mediators like reactive oxygen species, cytokines, and other mediators are released. This is an exaggerated immune response, and this is seen in both infectious and non-infectious diseases like graft versus host disease in case of influenza, smallpox, etc. And it leads to a shock-like syndrome or clotting, lung injury, cell death, immunoparalysis, etc. So, now we know that cytokines are mandatory for the development and proper functioning of an immune system. At the same time, overproduction of cytokines have detrimental effects on health. So a proper balance should be maintained. And keeping this in mind, scientists and doctors are trying to use cytokines as a therapeutic agent. But there are some difficulties using cytokines as a therapeutic agent. Like cytokines are short-lived. The recombinant IL-2, that means the interleukin 2 generated in the laboratory, it has a half-life of 7 to 10 days. That means to maintain its concentration, we have to give it continuously. Also, proper concentration of cytokine in the in vivo system is very important. In the in vivo system, we have seen that the cytokines secreting cell and cytokine accepting cell, that means the target cell, they are present in close proximity. So the cytokine concentration is maintained at the junction between the two cells. But while we are administering it, we have to keep it in mind that concentration should be maintained. Another difficulty with cytokine as a therapeutic agent is cytokines are potent biological mediators and they have many different actions. So they can produce undesirable or unpredictable results. Still, despite of all these constraints, scientists are working to use cytokines as a clinical medicine, because if blockers of cytokines or cytokine receptors present at the upstream of an event is given, it can block the complete pathway of inflammation, or it can prevent cancer spread, etc. Cytokines can be promising clinical medicines in future.